When Ferrari's SF-25 rolls out at Mugello next week, it won't just be a filming day. It could mark a turning point in Ferrari's 2025 campaign. For months, the SF-25 has teased potential, but left fans and engineers alike frustrated. Its performance window has been constrained by a fundamental flaw in its rear suspension geometry. The revised rear suspension, scheduled for testing on July 16th and 17th, represents more than just a hardware upgrade. It's Ferrari's attempt to unlock the elusive balance between ride height, floor performance, and tire management that has held them back all season. Every bump, every curb strike, every millimeter of plank has been scrutinized in Maranello. And this longer-rated suspension aims to give both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc a stable platform to extract the car's true pace consistently, something they've lacked from race to race. But why Mugello? The decision isn't trivial. Mugello offers Ferrari the perfect proving ground, sweeping high-speed corners, a variety of corner radii, and camber profiles that stress the suspension under load in ways Fiorano simply cannot replicate. It's a circuit that punishes poor mechanical balance and rewards aerodynamic stability, a track tailor-made to validate not just the hardware itself, but its interaction with Ferrari's complex floor package. With Spa looming just weeks away, a track where high-speed balance is everything, the pressure is on for Ferrari to correlate their wind tunnel numbers with real-world data. The question isn't just whether this new suspension works, it's whether it works in time to save Ferrari's season. At the heart of Ferrari's challenge lies a complex relationship between rear suspension behavior and floor performance, a relationship that has been at odds on the SF-25 since preseason testing. Ferrari's engineers identified that under dynamic load, the rear of the car was not maintaining the optimal ride height profile across a range of fuel loads and cornering speeds, compromising floor efficiency and accelerating plank wear. In essence, as the car transitioned through compression zones, it struggled to keep the aerodynamic platform stable, forcing the team to run compromises in setup, elevating the ride height more than ideal and surrendering crucial downforce. This revised rear suspension, rumored to feature longer-rated elements and reprofiled kinematics, is designed to offer a more linear response to load variations while improving mechanical compliance over curbs, a key weakness at circuits like Silverstone, where Hamilton and Leclerc found themselves fighting rear instability when straddling apexes at high speed. By softening the rear without losing control over vertical oscillations, Ferrari aims to reduce the punishment inflicted on the plank, allowing the SF-25 to run closer to its intended ground clearance and unlock greater aerodynamic load, particularly through fast corners where floor performance dictates lap time. But it's not just a mechanical fix, it's about correlation. Ferrari's struggle has often been translating wind, tunnel, and simulator results into on-track performance. And this test at Mugello is fundamentally a data exercise. Expect both drivers to run various fuel loads, map suspension travel profiles through every phase of a corner, and stress test the revised components under repeated lap sequences. The team will gather telemetry on load distribution, damper velocities, and heave rates to assess whether their solution works across the full operational envelope, a crucial requirement before it can be deployed in the high-speed cauldron of Spa. Additionally, this successful test would enable Ferrari to extract more reliable performance from their upcoming upgraded floor due to debut in Hungary. Without a compliant and predictable suspension, the effectiveness of that floor could have been compromised. With a solid mechanical foundation, the two upgrades could work synergistically, delivering a genuine step forward in performance. This would allow Ferrari to shift their development focus toward finer details, weight distribution, aerodynamic tweaks, and race-specific optimizations, rather than continuing to firefight fundamental chassis issues. But perhaps most importantly, it would give the team the confidence to attack aggressively during the second half of the season without needing to hedge their setups around weaknesses. It could free both Hamilton and Leclerc to push harder in qualifying, knowing that rear-end instability would no longer be their primary limitation. In a championship season that still has plenty of twists left to unfold, This suspension could quietly become the key that unlocks Ferrari's long-awaited return to the sharp end of Formula One. The significance of this rear suspension update extends far beyond the 2025 season. If Ferrari can successfully validate and implement this solution, it could lay the groundwork for their entire design philosophy heading into 2026, when sweeping regulation changes will once again reset the competitive order. A suspension that offers superior compliance, predictable performance, and better aerodynamic integration would provide Ferrari with a reliable technical blueprint from which to build their next-generation car, informed by hard-earned lessons rather than theoretical models. Moreover, this development represents a cultural shift within Maranello itself. For years, Ferrari has struggled with correlation issues between their wind tunnel, simulator, and on-track results, a gap that has repeatedly undermined their development programs. A successful validation of this rear suspension would be proof to the entire organization that they are finally closing that loop, giving engineers and drivers alike the confidence that what they develop at the factory can be trusted to work on race day. In the broader context of Formula One, this moment could also reshape Ferrari's role as a championship protagonist. No longer simply reacting to Red Bull and McLaren's innovations, Ferrari would demonstrate that they can lead technically, decisively, and under pressure. For Lewis Hamilton, it would offer the chance to compete for an unprecedented 8th title in a car worthy of his skill. For Charles Leclerc, it could be the turning point that finally gives him the tools to deliver on his prodigious talent. For Ferrari, this suspension may well represent more than an upgrade. It could be the beginning of a renaissance.